bowl of roses. You've seen the flare of anger, seen two boys bunch themselves up into a ball of something that was mere hate, and roll upon the ground like a dumb animal attacked by bees. Actors, sky-towering exaggerators, the crashing downfall of careering horses, casting away their sight, flashing their teeth as though the skull were peeling from the mouth. But now you know how such things are forgotten, for now before you stands the bowl of roses, the unforgettable, entirely filled with that extremity of being and bending, prefer beyond all power of giving, presence that might be ours, that might be our extreme. Living in silence, endless opening out, space being used, but without space being taken from that space which the things around diminish, absence of outline, like untinted groundwork and mere within, so much so strangely tender and self-illumined, to the very verge. Where do we know of anything like this? And this, a feeling able to arise through petals being touched by other petals, and this, that one should open like an eyelid, and lying there beneath it simply eyelids, all of them closed, as though they had to slumber tenfold, to quench some inward power of vision. And this above all, that through all these petals light has to penetrate. From thousand heavens they slowly filter out that drop of darkness within, whose fiery glow the mazy bundle of stamens stirs itself and reaches upwards. And then the movement in the roses, look, gestures deflected through such tiny angles, they'd all remain invisible unless their rays ran streaming out into the cosmos. Look at that white one, blissfully unfolded and standing in the great big open petals like Venus upright in her mussel shell. Look how that blusher there, as in confusion, has turned towards a cooler bloom, and how the cool one is unfeelingly withdrawing, and how the cold one stands wrapped in herself among those open roses, doffing all. And what they doff, the way it can appear now light, now heavy, like a cloak, a burden, a wing, a domino, it all depends on how they doff it, as before the loved one. What can they not be? Was that yellow one that lies there hollow, open, not the rind upon a fruit, in which that self-same yellow was the intenser orange ruddier juice? And did her blowing prove too much for this one, since, touched by air, her nameless rosiness assumed the bitter aftertaste of lilac? And is not yonder cambric one a dress, wherein, still soft and breath-warm, clings the vest flung off among the shadows of early morning by the woodland pool? And what's this opalescent porcelain, so fragile but a shallow china cup and full of little shining butterflies, and that containing nothing but herself? And are not all just that, just self-containing, if self-containing means to take the world and wind and rain and patience of the springtime and guilt and restlessness and muffled fate and sombreness of evening earth, and even the melting, fleeing, forming of the clouds and the vague influence of distant stars, and change it to a handful of within. It now lies heedless in those open roses. That's by Rainer Maria Rilke, who wrote it on Capri in 1907.